You tapping in real quick, something light, nothing major, peace and blessings and all that. You know what I'm talking about? Nothing too crazy about this video right here, man. We just gonna sit here and chop it up for a few minutes for what it's worth about this UFC fight night that's incoming on Saturday evening. It's going down in Mexico City, Mexico, kicking off at the CDMX Arena. As of right now, we have 13 fights to talk about, with that main event, for what it's worth, being a scrap in the flyweight division. Let's go ahead and dive into it, man. Now, I'm not necessarily sure what that lineup's gonna look like come fight night, but this is the one that I have in front of me this evening. So this is very much so the one we're gonna rock with. You know what I'm talking about? Let's go ahead and dive into it, man. We had one fight canceled. You know, Asu Almabayev was supposed to be fighting Brandon Moreno in the main event. He suffered an injury, hence Kavanagh stepping in. Ranked number 29 currently, taking on ranked number 6, former champion. One can only hope that the young man makes the best of his opportunity. You know what I'm talking about? Let's dive into this first fight, man. As of right now, Wes Schultz, party time. Party time versus the Baba Yaga. So Wes versus Damien. Wes opened up a moderate underdog, plus 195, 29 years old, 6'1" with a 77-inch reach. He's taking on Damien. Opened up a minus 250, 23 years old, 6'1" with a 79.5-inch reach. Damien possesses a 6-year youth advantage and a 2.5-inch reach advantage. And one would like to believe, from what I've seen, a bit of speed and a power advantage as well. Let's talk about Wes. Real quick. Don't mind me. My throat a little dry. I got to sip on this Beverly here in a second. Wes, 2 knockout wins, 1 knockout loss, 5 submission wins, no submission losses, 1 decision win, 1 decision loss. He got a little amateur career. Took an L down there via Kimura. Everything else was green. You know what I mean? So he has 5 submission victories as a professional, no submission losses as a professional, but his one loss as an amateur does come via submission. You know, he got Kimura round 2. You know, one thing has nothing to do with the other, but it's all worth consideration in my personal opinion. Kicked off his career up against a 5-14, a 5-4, 11-6, 4-1, which was Dylan Butka. Fucking Dylan Butka. He took an L there. You know what I mean? Then 5-5, 6-3, 4-2. Mansour Abdul Malik. He got ground and pounded there. I mean, we could all do without a Dylan Butka loss, in my personal opinion. One's not going to frown on you too much for the Mansour Abdul Malik loss. You understand what I'm saying to you? So on over here to Damien, man. Not like the level of opposition he's been facing has been any greater. You understand what I'm saying to you? No amateur career. Kicked it off against a 1-0. 0-0, 0-2, 8-6, 12-4. Illegal kicks. That's where his disqualification loss comes in. 11-3, 7-3, 4-5, 8-1. Now he's taking on Schultz in my bed. 7 knockout wins, no knockout losses. 1 submission win, no submission losses. Hasn't gone to the cards yet, obviously, and 1 disqualification loss from illegal kicks. You understand what I'm saying to you? So, listen, man. 7 knockout victories, 1 submission victory. Schultz has been knocked out once. He's been submitted as an amateur. It's not outside the realm of possibility. You understand what I'm saying to you? He been decisioned by Very low opposition in my personal opinion when it comes to Dylan Booker. So I honestly feel like this minus 250 is probably a fucking steal. And if he's at minus 250 right now, when the props drop, maybe we can get him at plus money for the knockout. You understand what I'm saying to you? Maybe it's minus 115, but it's better than minus 250 if you're looking to parlay this young prospect up. You understand what I'm saying to you? I think Damian gets it done. I think minus 250 is a beautiful price tag for him to get it done. He can get it done in any department. Maybe he goes out here and beats the brakes off old boy and he survives for 15 minutes taking a whooping, and Damian wins his first ever decision. It's not outside the realm of possibility, just like him getting his second submission victory and West catching his first submission loss as a professional isn't outside the realm of possibility because he was Kimura as an amateur not long before turning pro. So, you know what I mean? Boy can get wrapped up. It could be a club and sub. It can be ground and pound from top position, silverback type shit. Or you could just catch clip and disconnect him from his consciousness, and that's that with that. But either which way you look at it, it's Damian for me. And it's Damian via KO, TKO from catching, clipping, and disconnecting him from his consciousness. But I wouldn't be mad at a shot and a double chance for Damian via KO, TKO, or submission. Or the KO, TKO, or points, because maybe old boy survives. I just don't think that he's going to be able to do so. The way Damian hits, if Mansour Abdul Malik, with all due respect to him and his power, Damian can match that. I'm talking about. But moving on, man. We have King versus Fire. Eric Silva opened up. That's King, plus 390, 38 years old, 5'9", with a 71-inch reach, taking on Fire. Fire Marshall. Francis Marshall opened up a minus 530. Fuck that price tag. 26 years old, 5'9", with a 72-inch reach. Let's talk about it real quick, man. Let's talk about it. There is a 12-year youth advantage. They're both 5'9", and a 1-inch reach advantage. So a 12-year youth advantage and 1-inch reach advantage for Francis Marshall, as well as a speed, mobility, all around, just diverse, more well-rounded in my personal opinion. I mean, he probably justifies the price tag even if he doesn't get a finish by just completely dominating him 30-27 in my personal opinion. But that is just my personal opinion. It's 9-3 against 8-3. 3 knockout wins, 1 knockout loss, 4 submission wins, 2 submission losses, and 2 decision wins. Hasn't lost a decision yet, and that's for Eric Silva. Muhammad Naimov, it is what it is. TJ Brown, I mean, you can do without that. It's just nothing. There's nothing about Eric Silva that's ever jumped off the fucking page and screamed, hey, I'm that guy, you know what I mean? My side is the side, it's the proper side, rock with me. You know what I'm talking about? Nothing about the body of work that he's produced or the lack thereof is screamed at me neither, you know what I mean? And if I can't say Francis Marshall, 1 knockout win, 1 knockout loss, 4 submission wins, no losses, 3 decision wins, 2 decision losses. And if we're being all the way honest with each other, he beat Marion Santos, man. Like, he beat him. He beat him. You know what I'm saying? He beat him. I thought he beat him. Am I tripping? Is that a different fight? Nah, that's this fight, right? That was Marion, man. He beat Marion, man. Now, I had Marion on a ticket. I cashed the ticket with Marion on that motherfucker. But when the fight was over, I didn't think he had it. Now, I know I ain't tripping. Let me make sure I ain't tripping, man. Let me make sure I ain't tripping on y'all. Don't give me lying to y'all on this motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? Don't give me lying to you on this motherfucker, bro. You know what I mean? make sure this the motherfucker I'm thinking about. The fight I'm thinking about. I'm talking about. Don't even have me on this motherfucker talking out the side of my motherfucking ass, you know what I mean? Yeah, that was the fight. That was the fight. Highly competitive, closely contested with the strikes. That fight was tight like ant pussy, and I felt like Francis Marshall ever so slightly edged it out with the wrestling and the grappling, with the control and the takedowns, because he secured a few of them. You know what I mean? Francis Marshall's nobody's motherfucking chump stop, man. Kid ain't no motherfucking scrub. He's solid. He's well-rounded. He's proven that he can be dangerous. You know, losing a split decision to William Gomes. I guess we could do without Isaac Delgarian. I feel like he beat Marion, but it is what it is, man. Minus 530. Not in love with that price tag at all, but I would take him in the double chance via submission or decision, in my personal opinion. You know what I mean? There's 4 submission victories on Silver's side, but there's also 2 submission losses. And I think Francis gets this one done via submission or decision. Maybe he catches clips and disconnects him, but I don't think that's going to be the case. You know what I'm talking about? Minus 530 fucking sucks, but, you know, catch him in the method section via decision, double chance, submission, decision. That shit'll get a little bit better. You know what I mean? Moving on, man. Women's MMA. To be determined the level of opposition that these 2 young women are. I'm just not high on either side. Nor has either side impressed me in any way, shape, form, or fashion. But 6-2, 6-1. Still 27 and 26, young in their careers. You know what I mean? So I guess I gotta give them an opportunity, right? Like, damn, cuz, I got 7 fights. We got a couple fights in the UFC. Let these motherfuckers, let them live, man. Let them show you something. Being too hard on these motherfuckers, man. All right, Ernesta, 2 knockouts, 4 decisions, 1 decision loss. Who cares about that? Nicole win. Split decision on the Contender Series over Carly Judas. Well, that's starting to look a little, you know, that's starting to age a little okay as far as, you know, these female prospects in this level of opposition is considered. You know what I'm talking about? On the other side, Sophia, 3 knockouts, 1 knockout loss, 1 submission, 2 decisions, 1 decision loss. And yeah, nothing jumps off the page, you know? Nothing about the body of work that I've seen her produce or the lack thereof, you know, and what I've seen impresses me. And for what it's worth, give me Ernesta via KO, TKO, or points. And my bad, I'm sorry. Ernesta, heavy-handed, opened up moderate favorite, minus 345, 27 years old, 5'9" with a 71-inch reach. Sophia, plus 265, 26 years old, 5'6" with a 68-inch reach. So for what it's worth, 26, 27. Not talking about a whole lot, but there is about a year youth advantage for Sophia. And there's a 3-inch height advantage and a 3-inch reach advantage for heavy-handed Ernesta, and a bit of a power, a bit of a speed, and a bit of a diversity in the striking department advantage as well, in my personal opinion. So, god damn, look for her to justify that price tag, man, and possibly get a finish in this women's MMA matchup. You know what I'm talking about? Don't mind me, I'm up here in the rack. All the dogs is up in the rack, right? Snoring in the background. Tis what it is, man. Moving on. This one's hard for me. I ain't even gonna hold you, man. This one was a bit more difficult. Maybe not so much as, maybe it wasn't so difficult as far as like, I guess picking a proper side, but forcing myself to pick the proper side because I just kind of wanted to rock with the OG, man. I know what he's capable of, man. You know what I mean? On his best days, but I do believe his best days are behind him. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that because of the age. At 40, I'm 43 going on 44, so I'm not gonna sit here and say that about him at all. But we have De Silva versus Blair, man. Douglas Silva de Andrade opened up plus 190, 40 years old, 5'7" with a 68.5-inch reach. Javier opened up minus 240, 32 years old, 5'10" with a 73-inch reach. So for what it's worth, there was an 8-year youth advantage for Javier. There was a 3-inch height advantage for Javier, and there was a 4.5-inch reach advantage. Maybe at 32, you know, he has the speed advantage. I'm not going to give him the power advantage. You know what I'm saying? Douglas Silva de Andrade can crack. Javier, 22-5. That's a respectable record. 10 knockout wins, 2 knockout losses. Eight submission wins, 1 submission loss, 4 decision wins, 2 decision losses. He can get it done in every department. He can get done in every department. You understand what I'm saying to you? Same situation over here, just a little bit more intensified, man. 20 knockout wins, 1 knockout loss, 2 submission wins, 1 submission loss, 7 decision wins, 4 decision loss. He can get it done in every department. He can possibly get done in every department. If he cracks Reyes can go down. I guess, you know, 10 knockouts to Reyes' record. One would like to believe if he catches, you know, cleanly on the motherfucking chin, it's the double down, right? You got 10 knockout wins and 2 knockout losses up against 20 knockout wins and 1 knockout loss. And he's won 4 decisions and lost 2 decisions. Old boy's won 7 decisions and lost 4 decisions? Yeah. 2 submission wins, 1 submission loss. Javier, 5. How many submission wins he got? 8 submission wins, 1 submission loss. I do not see Javier at 5'10" getting to the hips of De Silva in any way, shape, form, or fashion and taking him down. That man's body, the way he's built, his little compact fucking car. You know what I'm talking about? And he's head and shoulders with no neck. I do not see a submission happening in this fight in any way, shape, form, or fashion unless Javier fucks around and gets himself caught slipping trying to get to the hips of Douglas Silva de Andrade. You understand what I'm saying to you? And Douglas locks them little fucking arms, little T-Rexes around his motherfucking neck and just squeezes him unconscious. You know what I mean? 29-6 against 22-5, man. 20 knockouts and 20 knockouts against 10 knockouts. 1 knockout loss against 2 knockout losses. 1 knockout at 20 knockouts. You only been knocked out once. You got 20 knockouts. You've been knocked out twice with 10 knockouts. Halfway to halfway to his knockout number. You've been knocked out twice as much. You know what I mean? So it's one of them situations, man. You think that 40-year-old's gonna get that button touched, and because he's 40, he's gonna go down. You know what I mean? That's kind of what everybody thought, and that's kind of how Carlos Leo thought about Muslim Salakov's 42-year-old ass, or however old he was when he knocked him the fuck out. You know what I mean? And the height and the, you know, the youth and the reach, it was all there for, you know, Carlos Leo, and fucking little old Muslim Salikov managed to get in there and fucking clean his clock. Would not surprise me if DeAndre got in there early and pushed him back and bing bow boom, bung bung on the way down, and it was just over. I'm taking Blair, whether or not he can justify. I said Blair. It's this little thing. Javier Blair was his little nickname. I'm taking Javier, you know. Whether or not he's going to justify the price tag, who the fuck knows, to be determined. But I do feel like he can squeeze out a decision. I feel like he can use the reach, you know what I'm talking about, and the height with the teeps and the kicks. You know, stay away from the wrestling and the grappling. Just inside kick, outside, man, I mean, calf kick, jab him, countering, checking, just pick him apart from the outside and stay the fuck out of his range. Don't get in the phone booth with that motherfucker, man. Maybe you rocking, wobbling. Don't chase the finish too eagerly if you find yourself in that situation, because it'll put your fucking lights out, man. You know what I mean? So I'm going to take Javier. I'm going to take Javier to get it done via decision. You know what I mean? We can call it KO, TKO, or decision in the double prop, but I really think it's just going to be decision in the method. You know what I mean? I'll take it. Moving on. This is a wild fight, and this is a wild money line. This shit's just wild, man. Christian versus Chris. Christian versus Chris getting broke down by Chris. Ain't this a bitch? Minus 650, 29 years old, 5'8", with a 70-inch reach. For Christian, Christian's a minus 650 in the UFC, bro. We saw it. We're here. It's right there. I'm looking at it. Christian, you know, this is a minus 650 in the UFC, man. And while I'm burning this down, Chris is a plus 420. 33 years old, 5'7" with a 68-inch reach. There is a 4-year youth advantage, 1-inch height advantage, and 2-inch reach advantage for Christian. Maybe there's a speed advantage for Christian. I don't know if there's a power advantage. Chris can crack, and he's notorious for getting cracked. This is a shit show. Christian, 10 knockout wins, 2 knockout losses, 3 submission wins, 3 submission losses, 5 decision wins, no decision losses. Chris, 6 knockout wins, 5 knockout losses, 3 knockout wins, 3 submission wins, 2 submission losses. Also, 5 decision wins, no decision losses. These are 2 motherfuckers that if you don't get them out of there, will notoriously start to come back on your motherfucking ass in the later part of it and get their own bit of work off on you, man. This is a shit show, bro. Minus 650 and plus 420 is fucking crazy. Like, it's nutty buddy, bro. I mean, you know, I ain't gonna be mad at losing to Hayoni Barcelos. You know what I'm saying? The only really good thing he has on here, I guess, for what it's worth, is the doctor stoppage from busting fucking Vinicius Oliveira open. And when it comes to the losses, I mean, I can't be mad at him about Hayoni. Hayoni at any given time can show up and give anybody a fucking problem. Minus 650 is crazy, man. Lost to Malcolm Wellmaker when you came back over on this side of things. But you had a nice little run after he came over here and fought. Johnny keeps giving it to you everywhere. I mean, what the fuck? Tony Gravely is just a horrible. Like, some of these losses are just horrible, bro. Fuck it, man. We taking Christian, right? We don't like that price tag, so we taking Christian via KOTKO. That's just it. KOTKO or DQ. He's gonna fucking not, he's gonna, at some point in that 15 minutes, it might be 11, 12, 13, 14, somewhere right between them motherfuckers, seconds before the 15-minute. He's gonna knock that motherfucker the fuck out, man. You know what I mean? And the Bulls gonna have a 50-50 knockout ratio. You'll be 100% knock. 6 knockout wins and 6 knockout losses. You know what I'm talking about? That boy going to sleep. Durability has an expiration date. He's met his. He still seems to be able to stick around and catch a beating, but I think old boy's gonna sleepy, man. Fiona and Macy. Macy opened up plus 135, 34 years old, 5'11" with a 72-inch reach. Fiona, 31 years old, 5'5" with a 66-inch reach, opened up a minus 165, man. Neither one of these shorties are anybody's chump stop. 3 knockout wins, 1 knockout loss, 3 submission wins, 1 submission loss, 4 decision wins, 3 decision losses, and that is Macy. Hey, you never know what you're gonna get with this fucking. Hey, what's up, man? You'll never know what you gonna get with shorty, man. Like, she ain't have an easy go when they tossed her in here, but then they lightened up on her. No, Rocky ain't an easy run for nobody, and then you get Norma and you catch the dub. Then you get Irene, who cares about Penny and Moreno. It's just, this shit, boy. Fiona. 6 decision wins, 2 submission wins, 1 loss, and 4 knockout wins, no losses. Man. What's she gonna do to Macy, man? Is she gonna find a way to get her down and choke her out? I don't think she's gonna knock her out. I guess Fiona, minus 165. We just gonna have to take that money line, you know what I mean? And be alright with it. Here's another fucking Jose Medina versus Ryan. Open to plus 400, 34 years old, 6 foot tall with a 74.5-inch reach. Ryan, 30 years old, minus 550 on the open, 6'1", 74.5-inch reach. 4-year youth advantage, 1-inch height advantage for Ryan. The octagon experience obviously goes to Medina, but shit, man. 8 knockout wins, 1 loss, 2 submission wins, 2 loss, 1 decision win, 3 loss. Ryan. 4 knockout wins, 1 loss, 2 submission wins, no loss, 2 decision wins, no loss. You know what? This is gonna fuck the game up. Man. You gonna do it, man. You gonna do it, man. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it to myself. I know I'm gonna do it to myself. I can't help myself, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm a motherfucking glutton for punishment. I'm gonna do it to myself. You know what I mean? Alright, this boy knocked him out, man. And this boy's getting knocked out. And he's fucking getting knocked out by a joker who's getting knocked out left and right. My God, man. What in the fuck is going on here? Like, this boy knocks you out. And he got knocked out in boxing, knocked out in MMA, knocked out in MMA, spun out over there. Jesus, bro. So I'm like, you know what I mean? All that chin gotta do is get touched, boy. Jose Medina can touch that motherfucking chin. Let's not act like he can't touch your chin. Choked out by Dusko. Atiba caught him with the D. Zach got the decision on him. Magomed got the decision on him because the kid tough, man. Kid tough. He can weather some shit and he can throw some shit. He got the motherfucking experience with the higher level opposition. You understand what I'm saying to you, man? I'm going to do it, bro. I'm going to fuck around and do it. Let me see something real quick. It's already happened. It's going to happen. It's going to fucking happen. Live action. This shit already happened. Shit might come back to bite a motherfucker. But if it don't, you know what I mean? See, motherfuckers look at this nutty. This is nutty, but you look at this is Dana White Contender Series. You know what I'm saying? Against another Dana White Contender Series, and that's the stats we gonna go off of, man. He stormed this joker in the first round, so 11 strikes and at a 51% accuracy, only getting hit with 2 at a 79% defense, 100% takedown defense. Like, that shit don't mean nothing to me. That's a Dana White Contender Series statistic, man. At least we got 3 fights, you know what I mean, inside the UFC to go off of motherfucking Medina's stats. And ain't nothing pretty about them motherfuckers, man. But the boy can crack, man. The boy can fucking crack. The boy can crack, man. I give him that. Atiba got him up out of that motherfucker, right? But come on, man. Atiba's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-0 in the 4-0 in the UFC, 5-0, including the Dana White Contender Series, 4-1 as far as finishes, 4 knockouts, 1 decision, 3 knockouts, 1 decision. If we're not including the Dana White Contender Series, like that's who finished Jose Medina. We can't be mad about that, man. You know what I mean? And he dropped the decision to Zach Reese, who just dropped the decision to Michelle Piera, but choked out prospect in Jackson McVeigh. You know, beat Dusko. Lost the eyes. Like, you know what I mean? It is what it is, man. But it's still, it's a roller coaster in the UFC. It's different, man. You ain't here fighting these folks. He's out there fighting them folks, and he still managed to get starched. You know what I'm talking about? I hate seeing these motherfucking price tags like this, bro, and I hate seeing them when I just don't feel like the motherfuckers is justified, man. 11 victories and 8 of them motherfuckers come via knockout. 2 of them come via submission. You know what I mean? Ryan's over this motherfucker. He got 4 knockout victories, but one of them bitches, one loss. That one loss comes from being knocked the fuck out. He got 2 submission victories and 2 decision victories, so maybe he wants to motherfucker try to roll around with old boy. I mean, come on, man. What we got going on here? This is a fucked up one here for me, man. Let me see, 4. 6, 18, 41, 45, 53, 53, 24, and 1 is what? Old boy's 8 and 1 is racked up against. Yeah, this is a tough one, man. This is nutty buddy. Do I think old boy comes in here and just fucks up Jose Medina and just runs through him like a fucking Mack truck and knocks him out? Do I think he just comes in here and takes him down and throws him around? I don't know. This is messy right here, man. This one might hurt me. This one might really hurt me. Old boy's on a what? 1, 2, 3, 4 fight skid too. Oh, this is nasty work, but I'm gonna do right here. Fuck it, give me Jose Medina via KO, TKO, or decision. At plus 400. Dirty work, dirty work. I'm gonna have to switch that on my little shit that I wrote out. But Jose Medina, man. Fuck it, you know what I mean? Moving on. Luna. We got Santiago versus Angel. Minus 480, 21 years old, 5'9" with a 74-inch reach for Santiago. Angel, plus 350, 34 years old, 5'8" with a 70-inch reach. 13-year youth advantage, 1-inch height advantage, and a 4-inch reach advantage for border boy Santiago. Angel, 7-3. Doesn't know what it's like to win on the cards. 4 knockout wins, 4 submission wins, and 3 decision losses. He also doesn't know what it's like to motherfucking get finished inside the distance. Let me see something though. Yeah, that's even as an amateur. That motherfucker don't know what it's like to get caught, clipped, and disconnected from his consciousness. But losing to Colin is just nasty. It's just nasty. You know what I'm saying? Santiago, 3 knockout wins, 4 submission wins. Never been to the cards. Once as an amateur. Oh, man. What does it look like? Give me Santiago, right? Give me Santiago to be the one to get it done. In some way, shape, form, or fashion. Maybe winning his first ever decision. Maybe via KO, TKO, or submission by giving Angel his first loss inside the decision. Inside the distance. I'm going to rock with Santiago, but I'm going to do that shit with extreme caution, because what does Santiago look like? Like, what does a decision look like for him? What does it look like if he can't finish the fight? If he can't get Angel down and get him into a compromisable position to sink in that submission, or get him down and control him enough to place him in enough compromisable positions and rack up enough control time that the decision is undeniable, right? You know what I'm saying? What if he can't cause problems for him on the feet and Angel causes problems for him on the feet? And when he tries to take it to the ground, due to the 3 submissions on his side, like he has 4 submissions on his side, maybe the submission threat, maybe they, you know what I mean, kind of nullify each other. And what is that motherfucking decision? What does that shit look like at the 15 minutes? Who the fuck knows, man? Who the fuck knows? I'm rocking with Santiago, but with extreme caution, man. Now we got Hitman versus El Gallo. You know what I mean? Rodriguez versus Kevin. Hitman, minus 420, 26 years old, 5'4" with a 64-inch reach. Kev, plus 310, 28 years old, 5'5" with a 68-inch reach. There is a 2-year youth advantage for the Hitman, Rodriguez. There is a 1-inch height advantage and a 4-inch reach advantage for El Gallo, Kevin. Oh, man. Coming off the loss to Thurgy, got Rolando, who the fuck cares? Alessandro got him. Josh got him. Can't be mad at him. So Mendez got him. This is armbar. Decision. Rear naked choke. So he been submitted a couple times as an amateur. 8 knockout wins, 1 knockout loss, 1 submission loss. He's got a couple of them in his amateur career, I guess, so rightfully so, right? 2 decision wins, 2 decision losses, man. 2 and 3 in his last 5, but you can't really be mad. Joshua Van, Alessandro, like, you can't really be too mad at these losses, man. But let's see what's happening over here on the other side. 5 knockout wins, 1 submission win, no decision wins nor losses. Just not a whole lot to go off of, you know? Dang. This one's kind of fucked up too, man. He gonna knock Kevin out? Kevin been knocked out once, but he got 8 knockout wins. What you gonna do, boy? 5 knockout wins. Fuck, boy. Why they gotta be like this? All these fucking prospects and unbattle tested statistics that just ain't legitimate, don't deserve to be fucking argued because they haven't been earned up against legitimate levels of opposition. This shit is ridiculous. Of course you got 9 strikes at a 58% accuracy, man. It's a Dana White Contender Series statistic, man. You know what I mean? And you stormed him in the first round like he stormed old boy in the first round. Kevin Vahalos came in off the Contender Series too, but had to fight Joshua Van and Alexander Costa, and then he fought motherfucking Rolando, and it's like, Joshua Van's the champ right now, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 1 in the UFC. Alessandro's no chump, you know what I mean? Mixed bag, 3 and 3 in the UFC, but only losing to Alden, who just fought on Saturday and caught the dub. Steve Erceg, who's solid, and Amir, you know what I mean? Who just lost to Brandon Moreno and motherfucking Horiguchi. 5 and 2 in the UFC. Like, these losses, I mean, these people that he's losing to. And then Sumaderji's not a bad motherfucking loss, man. One mixed bag, 5 and 4 in the UFC. But it's like it's a roller coaster of a road inside the UFC, man. You know what I mean? A lot of people come in off the Contender Series, and he's got the reach advantage. Kevin can crack. You know what? Fuck all the dumb shit. I'm switching on that too. It is what it is, man. Motherfuckers might not like it, but live action just happened all over again. Give me the motherfucking plus 310, man. You know what I mean? Give me El Gallo, man. It's crazy. I'm taking Kevin. You know what I mean? And I'm taking him with a bit of confidence in this fight, but look at what you're giving me, man. Unbattle tested. You know what I mean? Statistics that mean absolutely nothing. So if you go into the stats and you look at it, it's like, oh, he lands 9 strikes in the fifth. Fuck out of here. It's one straight stormed the motherfucker in the first round in Dana White Contender Series. That stat means absolutely nothing. You know what I mean? Oh, man. Racking up my dog count now. You know what I mean? Dog count's racking up now because this next fight, I'm taking a dog. He's been too good to me, man. You know what I mean? On one of my best nights last year where I cashed, you know, on a multiple leg parlay, but 3 dogs fought on the card back to back to back. And it started off with Philippe Booms. That was my first dog. And he locked it up via submission. You know what I'm talking about? And that was against, who the fuck was that when he got the submission? Was that Jose Johnson when he locked that joint up as a slight dog? You know what I mean? He locked that joint up, and then right behind him, Punahele came out and did his 1-2 in the welterweight, either debut, maybe it was the debut against Miguel Baez or something like that. And then right after that, Christian Rodriguez opened up the main card and cashed as a motherfucking underdog at plus 250 over that fucking kid off the Contender Series that was undefeated or whatever and was supposed to be whatever he was supposed to be. But that was back to back to back dogs. So we not gonna act like this shit can't happen. You know what I mean? And it ended with a 250 dog. You know what I mean? Fucking Christian Rodriguez was plus 250. Punahele was plus 1 something, and Philippe Booms was plus 1 something. Back to back to back, the way the fights was positioned on the card too, it was crazy. I was losing my fucking mind in here. You know what I'm talking about? I gotta rock with motherfuckers like that because they've been good to me, man. They've been good to me when motherfuckers wasn't supposed to be. They were counted out. You know what I mean? Here he is again. We got Edgar versus Philippe, man. Edgar, minus 250, 30 years old, 5'7" with a 71-inch reach. He taking on Philippe, man, my big dog. He was my biggest dog when I first did my picks for the card, but no longer. But plus 190, 36 years old, 5'7" with a 69-inch reach, man. There is a 6-year youth advantage and a 2-inch reach advantage for Edgar. And there is one hell of a boxing, you know what I mean? Bit of a striking advantage. One might like to think folks sleep on Philippe hands, man. he finds a way to get it done. 4 knockouts, no knockout losses, 8 submission wins, 2 submission losses, 4 decision losses for Edgar. Coming off a dub over CJ after a loss to Joshua. Before that was Daniel, Tat, Gianni, Roberto, Clayton. Kid ain't had the easiest road. I cashed Jesus Aguilera as an underdog when he lost via guillotine choke. Oh my goodness, that's another one. Jesus Aguilera, he's like Philippe Booms, man. That motherfucker right there, when you count him out, he chokes you out or he knocks you out. You know what I'm talking about? But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Hold on, Rock. 4 knockout wins, no losses, 8 submission wins, 2 losses, 4 decision losses, man. And I got him losing via submission or decision, in my personal opinion. But that is just my personal opinion. He's 12-6, and that's what his record consists. You know what I mean? Philippe Booms, 3 knockout wins, 1 knockout loss, 9 submission wins, 2 submission losses, 2 decision wins, 5 decision losses. Both of them like to get it done inside the distance. Lose more times than not when it goes to the cards, but Philippe Booms does know what it's like to be victorious on the cards. Hey, G, you can let Rock out for me real quick, please? Coming off the loss to Hafel, which it is what it is. That's just what Rafael tends to do. He did it to Jesus. He did it to Charles Johnson. He's done it to absolutely everybody else, prior to and since. Tis what it is. Arm barred up Jose Johnson. Who really cares? He lost to Joshua Van. You can't really be mad there. You know what I'm talking about? And that was since entering the UFC. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. They both like to get their best body of work done via submission. 8 submissions for Edgar, 9 submissions for Philippe. A submission loss over there, 2 submission losses over here, 3 knockout wins over here with 1 knockout loss. I believe it was 5 knockout wins over there with no knockout losses. 5 decision losses, or however many decision losses, or it was 5 decisions because he's never 5 decisions, 4 decisions. Let me go back over here, man. 2 wins over here, 5 losses over here, and I think it was 4 losses via decision over here. 8 submission wins, 2 submission losses. So he loses via submission or decision. Philippe Boons can lose via any department. He can also win via any department. I'm taking a shot on the dog, man, to stay safe on the feet, not get cracked, keep it highly competitive, closely contested, and get the best of the entanglements when these 2 young men get all wrapped the fuck up. And if it goes 15 minutes, win via decision. Possibly catching via submission. 9 submission wins, 2 losses. Over there, 8 submission wins, 2 losses. You know what I mean? 5 knockout wins, no losses. 3 knockout wins, 1 loss. Edgar's gonna try to box his fucking head off. Old boy's gonna try to probably take him down and wrap him the fuck up, man. It is what it is. I'm gonna rock with a dog that's been good with me, good to me. He's at a youth disadvantage, and he's at a slight reach disadvantage, but it is what it is, man. I'm rocking with Philippe Boons, plus 190. Boy, if these 3 dogs bark back to back like that one card, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind, because that'll be Kevin, Philippe, and King Green. On to it, man. We got Golden Boy versus King. Minus 500, 26 years old, 6'1" with a 77-inch reach. Taking on King Green, 39 years old, plus 350, 5'10", with a 71-inch reach. And before anybody wants to tell me about, how King Green is, too old and this, that, and the motherfucking third. If I'm not mistaken, him and Michael Johnson, who just beat Daniel Zellhuber, are around about, if not the same age. Michael Johnson might be older than fucking King Green. You understand what I'm saying to you? So let's just get that the fuck out the way. You know what I mean? Let's get that all the way out the way. We're not even gonna talk about that. They were both born in 1986. They're exact same age for King Green and Michael Johnson. Both of them got them hands. Both of them still got that speed. Both of them have a way of, finding their way into their range and crashing that distance. They're veterans. They're crafty, and they find a way to show up, and get things done. You know what I mean? Lost to Mauricio and Patty. It is what it is, man. Jalen caught him. That one kind of hurt me. That hurt my feelings. I ain't gonna hold you. But Bobby's been in there, man. Bobby's been in there, with the best of the best. And I fought with him. Zellhuber's nice, man. I like the kid. 7 knockout wins, no losses. 3 submission wins, no losses. 5 decision wins, 3 decision losses. He doesn't know what it's like to lose inside the distance. You know what I mean? Never been caught, clipped, and disconnected from his consciousness. Just found himself on the wrong side of a decision. Maybe he goes out here and finds a way to knock Bobby the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, nothing about anything he's done shows me that. Because nothing about anybody you're beating in the Sergios, the Ivans, the Irvins, the Jonathans, the Brandons, the Lewis, the Salvadors, the Gene Francos, the Miguels, the Alexander, like none of these Martins, like Lucas Almeida, like none of that shit. Come on, man. Nothing. Trey Ogden gets you. You get pass his way, Lando, Christos, who cares? Francisco, who the fuck cares? Esteban gets you. Michael Johnson gets you. King Green's gonna get you. If you fuck around and sleep on him, he's gonna split you wide the fuck open. You know what I'm saying? Bobby is not coming in here to lose. He's not coming in here to play. I think he's gonna show up in, primetime King Green fashion. He is ranked, he's still ranked 25, 15, ranks above the 40th ranked Daniel for a reason. You understand what I'm saying to you? He's solid. He's well-rounded. We know how fucking dangerous he can be. And if he wants to implement an all-around body of work, he can very much so do that, man. Much like a Michael Johnson did. Maybe his all-around body of work isn't as cleanly implemented as a Michael Johnson, you know what I'm saying? But he can definitely do it, man. Takedown accuracy for Michael Johnson is 38%. You know what I'm saying? Striking accuracy at 39 and defense at 58. Yo, and not to motherfucking mention 73 in the inches, 73 inches in the reach, man. So the height, the youth, the reach, all of that was on Daniel Zellhuber's side once again. When he lost to Michael Johnson, just putting all of that out there for anybody and everybody who wants to come at me about the fucking age gap and the this and the that and what's been going on with motherfucking King Green. Look at what the fuck's going on with Michael Johnson. They've been around for a long time, and it's been a roller coaster of a road inside the UFC against top-tier opposition. They're built different. You understand what I'm saying to you? Can they be slept? Can they be caught? Can they be finished? They can, but they're kind of individuals I rock with, man, till the wheels fall off type shit. So maybe I'm on the wrong side of this, and I'm all right with it, man. Anytime I'm on the wrong side of a King Green fight that I, side with King Green in, I'm all right with it, man. It's an OG, it's a veteran play. You know what I'm saying? He's crafty. They know how to get it done inside that octagon, and if they really want to show up, they show the fuck up. They don't play no motherfucking games, you know what I mean? They want to be on their bullshit, they can be on their bullshit. But when they show up, and I'm counting on him to show up against the Daniel Zellhuber because he doesn't want to get caught. He doesn't want to get clipped, and he doesn't want to get disconnected from his consciousness. He wants to extend the win streak to 2 over yet again another prospect that he was yet again an underdog to. You understand what I'm saying to you? Moving on, man. Chito versus David Martinez, man. Chito versus the Doctor. Plus 220, 33 years old, 5'8" with a 70-inch reach. It's crazy that some of these cats like Chito, for as long as they've been around, and the miles they got, they still right there in that prime time peak age, you know what I mean? 33. Minus 280, 27 years old, 5'5" with a 67.5-inch reach for David Martinez, man. It's never easy going against Chito, man. You know what I mean? It's never easy going against Chito. 8 knockout wins, 10 submission wins, 5 decision wins, 11 decision losses. Never been finished, never been caught, clipped, disconnected from his consciousness, never been submitted, never. You understand what I'm saying to you? Taking on David Martinez, 10 knockout wins, no submission losses, no knockout losses, 3 decision wins, 1 decision loss. And much like we've seen as of lately, you know what I mean? Costa knocking out Ige most recently. You understand what I'm saying to you? Like we've seen a lot, you know, to end the last few cards to end the year out, you know, like even if they were justified or unjustified. Brandon Moreno got stopped for the very first time. This one got stopped, that one got, so many fighters got stopped for the very first time that had never been stopped before. You understand what I'm saying to you? And then it continued to trend. It continued on into this motherfucking year. And it's just recently happened with Dan Ige, man. And I unfortunately think David Martinez may be the one to find a way to touch that fucking chin proper enough. Almost with a Ilya type combat, like rip the body, bang, like as he's crashing in, just bing, bow, boom, and just kind of really fucking hurt Cheeto when Cheeto's been hurt plenty enough already. You know what I mean? Durability has an expiration date. I'd love to see Cheeto come out here and cash, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I got shit backwards. Maybe Daniel Zellhuber comes out here, starches King Green, and fucking Cheeto comes out here and beats David Martinez via decision. But I'm taking David Martinez. I'm taking him to get it done via KO, TKO, or decision. I think he's going to catch him. I think he's going to clip him. I think he's going to disconnect him from his consciousness, man. You know, it's going to happen, in my personal opinion. And if it doesn't, I think he's going to catch him enough over the course of 15 minutes that the damage is going to show. Now, I could be wrong. I could be absolutely wrong. And Cheeto could be cashing at a plus 220 and an even bigger plus money number, you know, come fight night, because I got a feeling he's going to get pushed more and more towards the dog. But 3-inch height advantage, 3-inch reach advantage. He's at a 6-year youth disadvantage, but one hell of an experience advantage. To be determined, man. I'm going to take the doctor, but I'm taking him with caution, because Chitty could make me pay for that shit. Moving on. Main event time. You know what I'm talking about? Don't mind me. I'm a little tired, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been on everything from spring training, going crazy on the props for the main card last night, spring training today, college basketball, fucking NBA, international hockey. It don't fucking matter. It don't fucking matter. I've been punching a little bit of everything this weekend, man, and it's fucking snowing again. We snowed in yet again over this motherfucker. This shit just washed away the other day, and now they talking about another motherfucking 12 to 18 inches. Who the fuck wants that type of shit? Get that shit the fuck up out of here, man. Brandon Moreno, the assassin baby, taking on Kavanagh, man. Kavanagh's gonna get knocked the fuck out or submitted, in my personal opinion. This is a bad position for him. I hope they're paying the fuck out of him. I hope his pay got boosted through the fucking roof. He's gonna need it. You know what I mean? In my personal opinion, Brandon Moreno, if it goes the distance, which I don't see this shit going 25 minutes, he's going to need medical attention. It's going to be like Justin and Patty, where it was like we put Patty on the way to the hospital immediately and sent his ass on over for medical attention. Justin said he's good because he's been in these kind of wars before. That's what it's going to be like, man, if it goes 25 minutes. Even if it doesn't go 25 minutes, by the time he gets him out of there, he might be that much fucking... that much for the worse, man. I think Brandon's going to fuck this boy up. Kavanagh is solid for the level of opposition that he was competing on, But he reached that ceiling in Charles Johnson. You understand what I'm saying to you? He is not going to fare well against a Brandon Moreno. Brandon Moreno is going to fuck him up. In my personal opinion, he could have, one more knockout loss. Or maybe he gets his first submission loss. Maybe Brandon Moreno takes it easy on him when he catches him, puts him in trouble. He just kind of gets him, puts him in a compromisable position, slips the submission in, and gets him out of there inside the distance and takes it easy on the kid. But Brandon is at a 6-year youth advantage, 26 to 32. One's still coming into himself. One is very much prime time and peaked. Experience, IQ, all of it. And that's Brandon. 3-inch reach advantage. 3-inch height advantage, 3-inch reach advantage, one hell of an experience advantage. This is the next champion. This kid is championship caliber material. Body of work produced still at this day and age, man. It is what it is. You can't be mad about any of his slips, man. It's Brandon Moreno. KO, TKO, or submission if he takes it light on the kid. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I don't see that shit going any other way, man. A lot of these other shits, who the fuck knows, to be determined. But I think Brandon Moreno knocks his kid out. If he wants to take it light on him, he hurts him on the feet, takes him down, and chokes the kid to sleep or something. You know what I'm talking about? I like David Martinez to be the first one to knock out Marlon. If not, beat him via decision. It's only 15 minutes. If this was a main event, if this was 25 minutes, maybe Chito could land on that veteran experience and find a way to get it done. I don't think that's going to be the case. I'm rocking with King Green. If you want to argue me about his age, if you want to argue me about his reach, if you want to argue me about his height, if you want to argue me about his best days possibly being behind him because of his age or anything that's, happened as of recently, Daniel Zellhuber just lost to motherfucking Michael Johnson, who was also born in 1986. You know what I'm saying? Who's also shorter. Who's also got a, very short reach, who's also had a roller coaster of a road inside the UFC. So it is what it is, man. Maybe Michael Johnson's roller coaster inside the UFC has been a bit less dramatic. You understand what I'm saying to you? And maybe his body of work produces a little bit more cleaner and technical than King Green's. But when King Green wants to tighten his shit up, which I think he very much so has done, is doing, and will showcase in this fight, it's a beautiful thing to see, man. I love seeing King Green when he shows up and he's not playing no fucking games and he's just dead serious and he's just on you. You know what I mean? Just bow, bow, bow. Just move, not the ha-ha, the he, the bullshit, the pointing, the laughing, the shit talking. Nah, when that motherfucker's dialed in. You know what I mean? And all of that shit out, you can just see the grins on his face when he's moving and you're missing, but he's teeing off on you instead of laughing. Like when you get certain versions of these veterans and then they start using that crafty veteran shit because they know how to win. You know what I mean? Inside that octagon, what needs to be done to secure rounds and so on and so forth, man. Things can be very fucking interesting, man. So it is what it is, man. Favorite in Brandon, favorite in the Assassin Boy, and favorite in the Doctor, the boy Martinez, right? Big dog in King Green, you know what I mean? Slight dog in Philippe Bones, moderate dog in El Gallo, you know what I mean? Big heavy favorite with Santiago. Kind of shaky though, don't know what he looks like, you know what I mean, at the end of 15 minutes if he can't find a finish. And Angel's never been finished, right? If I'm not mistaken, all 3 losses come via decision, so that's a shaky one. But I'm going to go ahead and rock with Border Boy. Another big dog and Jose Medina to lean on that octagon experience, that durability, and that knockout power. And he's not outsized, not outreached, not at a serious youth disadvantage, 30 and 34, 6 foot to 6'1", 74 and a half to 74 and a half. These motherfuckers are gonna crack. Give me the big dog on that. You know what I mean? I'm taking Aileen Perez, taking Christian to get it done via KO TKO. You know what I mean? We're taking Javier via decision with extreme caution. We're taking Ernesta to get it done heavy-handedly. We taking Francis Marshall via submission or decision. You know what I mean? And we taking the Bubba Yaga. So we switched on 2 picks, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I mean? Because I did originally side with Ryan, whatever the fuck his name is, and I switched to Jose. And I did rock with the Hitman and switched to El Gallo. So 2 light little adjustments, live action type shit. And I think that brings our total to 4 dogs on a 13 fight card. I mean, Damien's a favorite. Francis is a heavy favorite. Ernesta, favorite. Javier, favorite. Christian, big favorite. Aileen, favorite. Jose, big dog. Santiago, favorite. Kevin, big dog. Philippe, big dog. King Green, big dog. David Martinez, favorite. Brandon, favorite, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 4 dogs on a 13 fight card, man. You know what I'm talking about? I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Stay tapped in. I'ma tap back in probably tomorrow morning. We snowed in and all that. And you know, money lines is all available as far as and I'll pull the tickets out. I'll pull the tickets out as far as these 4 fight cards so far in 2026. We are 3-1. You know what I'm talking about? Cashed heavy. Missed the first card. Cashed heavy on the last 3. You know what I'm talking about? Got a nice little 9 layer. 15 hours for 1,400 on the other John. I pulled them shits out tomorrow. Caught them on multiple Johns last week. And then this week, plus 750. Dropped 100 on that for Sean Strickland to get the knockout. You know what I mean? Get the finish, plus 750. So it is what it is, man. We had quite a few parlays in this week, but none of them shits hit. What kept us in the green this week was the Sean Strickland at plus 750 and some props because Yider did me dirty, man. Yider did me dirty, man. All my little parlay placements, you know, in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Yider managed to do me dirty. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? We gonna talk some parlays, you know, for the prelims, for the main card, for the whole card. We're going to talk about some dog plays, and we're going to talk about some prop plays. You know what I mean? And, you know, it is what it is. I've been meaning to get back to it. Shit just been busy. All this motherfucking snow and all this mess and this weather and this bullshit. It's been a lot, man. It's been a lot. So we're going to get after it tomorrow, though, and chop it up about these money lines, these parlays, these early birds, and these single plays with these props. The moment we're going to talk about the props we like. I don't know if the money lines for the props will be available. DraftKings, FanDuel, Bet Rivers, or wherever. I'm gonna look for them everywhere. If they're available, we'll talk that. If not, we'll just talk what we like. And when they become available, I'll tap back in with like a little short. But yeah, man, that's that with that. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. We back in this motherfucker. Y'all have a good night. Peace and blessings.